Imagine the shockwaves as missiles tear through the calm of the Red Sea, targeting a colossal container ship. A scene from a thriller? No, this is the harsh reality of today's maritime trade. Amid a volatile Israel-Palestine conflict, a new front opens, the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait. Here, Houthi rebels unleash chaos, targeting vessels in these crucial waters. The Red Sea, a lifeline for global commerce handling 12% of international trade, including vital oil and gas, now sits at the heart of a crisis with global repercussions. As we delve deeper into the escalating tensions in the Red Sea, let's explore the intricate tapestry of its geographical and economic significance and how the repercussions of a distant conflict reshape the dynamics of this critical maritime crossroads. The Red Sea, a vital artery of global commerce, is now the epicenter of a crisis with far-reaching implications. This narrow body of water, flanked by Africa and Asia, is more than just a geographical marvel. It's a crucial channel for international trade, especially for oil and gas. With about 12% of global trade passing through its waters, the Red Sea's significance in the global economy cannot be overstated. At the heart of this vital waterway lies the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait, a strategic choke point connecting the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean beyond. This narrow passage, only 20 miles wide at its narrowest point, is the gatekeeper for shipping between Europe and Asia. Its role in global maritime trade is analogous to a main artery in the human body, indispensable and irreplaceable. However, tranquility in this critical region has been shattered. The ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict, a long-standing and deep-rooted dispute, has unexpectedly extended its shadow over these waters. The Houthi rebels, amidst this geopolitical chess game, have targeted container ships navigating through the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait. Their attacks are not just acts of rebellion, but are symptomatic of a broader regional conflict that now endangers one of the world's most significant maritime routes. The implications of these attacks are profound. Shipping companies which once sailed these waters with a sense of routine normality now face a daunting reality. The safety of their vessels, crews, and the critical cargo they carry is under threat. Each attack sends ripples across the globe, disrupting trade routes, spiking insurance premiums, and raising the specter of increased costs for consumers worldwide. In this crucible of conflict and commerce, the Red Sea shipping crisis stands as a stark reminder of how regional disputes can escalate, engulfing global trade in a web of uncertainty and risk. As the world watches, the question remains: how will this delicate balance of geopolitical interests and economic imperatives play out in the turbulent waters of the Red Sea? As we navigate the geographical and political intricacies of the Red Sea crisis, we turn our focus to its ripple effects on the world stage of commerce. The Red Sea, a linchpin in global trade, is now a cauldron of uncertainty, sending tremors through the arteries of international commerce. This strategic maritime corridor, responsible for ferrying about 12% of global trade, has become a zone of trepidation for the giants of the shipping industry. Companies like Maersk, Hapag-Lloyd, and MSC, titans who command the seas, find themselves at a crossroads, grappling with the peril that now lurks in these waters. Their response has been swift and decisive, rerouting vessels and suspending operations, moves that speak volumes about the severity of the crisis. The oil industry, the lifeblood of global economies, isn't immune to this turmoil. BP, a behemoth in the energy sector, has taken an unprecedented step, halting all shipments through the Red Sea. This decision is not just a logistical maneuver. It's a bellwether of the anxiety that grips the sector. The cessation of BP's operations is a testament to the heightened risks and the unpredictability shadowing this essential trade route. Each decision to divert a vessel, each day of suspended operations, echoes through the corridors of global trade. It's not just about rerouted ships or paused journeys. It's a domino effect that could reshape the landscape of global trade. From increased shipping costs to delayed deliveries, the impact is vast and varied. The Red Sea crisis isn't just a regional conflict. It's a global economic conundrum. a puzzle that challenges the resilience and adaptability of international trade networks. While the immediate effects of the Red Sea crisis resonate through global trade, its shockwaves extend further, reaching the everyday consumer, altering the economic landscape in tangible ways. In this unfolding drama of disrupted trade routes and increased maritime risks, the consumer stands as an unwitting participant, facing the reverberations of a distant conflict. The escalation in the Red Sea doesn't just affect ships and cargo, it directly impacts the wallets of individuals around the globe. As shipping companies navigate the complexities of rerouting and heightened insurance premiums, these increased costs inevitably cascade down to consumers. The story doesn't end there. The potential surge in oil prices looms large, a specter of inflation that could further strain household budgets. This isn't merely a possibility, it's a tangible threat, as the disruption in one of the world's key oil transit points could tighten oil supplies, driving up prices at the pump and heating bills at home. Every added dollar to shipping and insurance rates and every uptick in oil prices translates into increased costs for a wide array of products, from the gasoline that fuels our cars to the goods that fill our shelves. The Red Sea crisis thus morphs from a regional conflict into a global economic narrative, where the end consumer becomes an indirect casualty, bearing the brunt of rising costs in an already inflationary world. As individual consumers grapple with the direct fallout of the Red Sea crisis, its waves extend far beyond, setting off a chain reaction with global economic and geopolitical implications. The Red Sea crisis is not merely a regional skirmish or a disruption of maritime routes. It is a geopolitical earthquake with the potential to shake the very foundations of the global economy. This strategic maritime corridor, now a theater of conflict, is more than a pathway for ships. It's a lifeline for the global supply chain, fragile and strained as it is. The rerouting of vessels, while a necessary response to the immediate threat, presents a far-reaching challenge, stretching the already taut strings of global logistics. The implications are vast and varied, touching every corner of the globe. Countries far removed from the epicenter of the conflict find themselves unwittingly enmeshed in its consequences. Trade dependencies, energy needs, and economic ties draw a diverse array of nations into the fray, each grappling with the potential impact on their economies and societies. As ships chart longer routes, bypassing the Red Sea's perilous waters, the delay in goods exacerbates the pressure on an already burdened supply chain. The additional time and fuel costs not only affect the shipping industry, but ripple through markets and economies, contributing to inflationary pressures and testing the resilience of global trade networks. In this complex web of cause and effect, the Red Sea crisis transcends its geographic boundaries, posing a significant threat to international stability and economic prosperity. It's a vivid illustration of how regional conflicts can have disproportionate and far-reaching impacts, affecting nations, economies, and everyday lives across the globe. In the wake of the far-reaching effects of the Red Sea crisis, we now turn our gaze towards the future, emphasizing the crucial steps necessary for a resolution. As we stand at the crossroads of a significant global crisis, each of us must stay informed and engaged. The situation in the Red Sea is not just a distant conflict. Its outcomes have the power to reshape our world. We must understand its complexities and stay abreast of developments, as the ripples of this crisis touch us all. The need for diplomatic solutions and de-escalation cannot be overstated. This is a juncture where dialogue and diplomacy must prevail over conflict and chaos. The international community must come together, seeking peaceful and pragmatic solutions to diffuse tensions and restore stability to this critical maritime route. In this interconnected world, international cooperation is more than a diplomatic ideal. It is a necessity. Working together to mitigate the economic and humanitarian impacts of this crisis is not just beneficial, but essential. Collective efforts combining resources, intelligence, and goodwill can pave the way for a resolution that safeguards global trade and, more importantly, global peace. As we conclude, Let us carry with us a sense of urgency coupled with hope. The resolution of the Red Sea crisis requires our attention and action. Let us advocate for peace and stability, understanding that the waves of this conflict reach far beyond its immediate vicinity. We leave you with a powerful reminder of the stakes involved. In the vast tapestry of global relations, every thread counts. The peace and prosperity of our interconnected world hinge on the resolution of conflicts like the Red Sea crisis. Let this be the image that guides our thoughts and actions. A world where cooperation triumphs over conflict and peace is the harbinger of progress.